Oh man, was that an earthquake? Wait, where's Hannah? Hannah! Hannah! Please, where are you?
Help! Somebody, help me! Please!
Hannah? I'm coming! What the?
Leave me alone! No!
Jerry, what a coincidence seeing you here.
How's it going, Dr. Bloom?
I'm good as I can be, Jerry. Plus, I just got a very special package in the mail.
Oh, cool. What makes it special?
It was from my dear old Grandma Bloom.
Oh, that's sweet of her. What did she send you?
The journal of my great-great-grandpa Sergeant Francis Bloom. It's a complete record of his time in World War I.
That sounds awesome. Are there any good stories in there?
I haven't actually read it yet, but I believe there could be some valuable information in here.
Like if he had a secret family or something?
What? No! Pappy Bloom was a saint!
Then what could be in there?
I believe my great-great-grandfather encountered an SCP during the war.
What makes you say that?
Grandma always said that the war had changed him, that he had nightmares and panic attacks constantly.
I think most veterans have that happen to them.
It's not just that. He also lived in fear of creatures coming after him, and always insisted on living next to a body of water.
That does sound weird.
Everyone always thought he was crazy, but I want to discover the truth.
When are you going to read it?
Right now, I just got on a break. Want to join me?
Sure. Sounds interesting.
Let's see. Here. This looks good. March 4th, 1917.
The 3rd of March, 1917. I am still in this hellhole formerly known as France. We are not far from Paris, but it feels like I am on another planet. The ground is lifeless and gray. The only spots of red cover the fields. Rumors are the Americans will soon join us against the Croats. I just hope this bloody war ends soon.
Oi, quit your scribbling.
What do you want?
Orders from the captain. You're on patrol.
Where am I patrolling?
Charlie sector.
All the way out there? Are you serious?
Look, I'm just the messenger. Orders are orders. Don't get yourself killed.
If only it was that easy. Ugh, how am I supposed to keep watch in this fog? I can barely see my own hand. Gunfire? Sounds like it was coming from the German trench. Who are they fighting? Wait, what in the world is that?
That's what I'm talking about, Jerry.
I see what you're saying, Dr. Bloom.
Hey, you two! What's all the fuss about? I want in on the fun.
I'm reading, Jerry, some excerpts from my great-great-grandpa Francis Bloom's World War I journal.
Wowza, I bet that's a crazy read. Speaking of war, did you hear about Iris and Johnson?
No, what happened to them?
They deployed to the city on a mission to contain SCP-3456. It's like War of the Worlds down there.
I hope Iris survives.
I'm sure she will, Jerry. She always makes it out alive.
I wonder if Johnson will survive. Anyway, are you curious to hear some of these stories, Dr. Bright?
Sure, why not? I could go for some good war stories.
I'll pick up where I left off. March 6th, 1917. We have to do something. We've been cut off from the rest of the company.
I've run out of bullets, sir. I'd be a sitting duck if I ran out into the battlefield now. I'm not sure what to do.
I've run out of ammunition and grenades as well, Sergeant. If we stay here, we're as good as dead.
Our only exit strategy is to take a different route and cross the river not far from here. Then we can regroup with our own.
You're right. It's our only option. Let's move.
I can see the river from here.
Almost there.
Sir, what happened? Are you alright?
I tripped on barbed wire. I think my ankle is broken.
Can you move at all? We're so close.
I can't get up. And what is that thing?
Doesn't matter. Let's get out of here. Put your arm around my shoulder.
Just go, Sergeant. Leave me behind.
I can't do that. I won't leave you.
Save yourself. That's an order.
I won't forget you, sir.
No!
That was probably one of the hardest decisions of Francis's life. I'll say. But at least he survived to write all this down.
That sounds a lot like the SCP Iris and Johnson are dealing with.
Really, SCP-3456. A strange coincidence, it seems. Maybe you could help them out, Dr. Bloom. I really enjoyed those stories. Unfortunately, I need to get back to work now.
Same for me, Dr. Bloom. Hold on to that journal, though. I'd like to hear the rest of the saga. I bet Mr. Fish would, too.
Thanks for listening, men. Francis Bloom would be proud.
Hello, Dr. Bloom.
Triana, I've had a breakthrough thought just now.
And what could that be?
It turns out my great-great-grandfather also may have encountered SCP-3456. Isn't that the SCP Iris and Johnson are currently battling?
That is correct, Dr. Bloom. That is what I came to speak to you about.
Amazing. Listen, I have a hunch that the SCP is not able to cross fresh water for some reason. Their best bet is to...
Sorry, Bloom, but that's old news. We've had that information in the SCP file for quite some time now.
Oh, well, never mind then. I guess it wasn't such an epiphany after all.
The reason I came to talk to you is that I actually need to confiscate your relative's journal.
What? Are you kidding me? I can't give this thing up.
The SCP Foundation is supposed to censor any record of SCP-3456, and for that reason, I need your journal.
Just my luck. I should have kept my mouth shut and read this thing in private.
A little too late for that.
Alright, here you go.
Thank you. Don't let this ruin your day.
Yeah, sure.
Commander, I have good news and I have bad news to report.
What is it, soldier?
SCP-3456 was successfully summoned. He was able to wreak havoc upon a nearby city.
Good, good. The more chaos, the better. Were those SCP Foundation goofs lured into our trap?
Yes, sir. However, they were able to evacuate the area, and the SCP eventually fled the region.
So I see. Could have been better, could have been worse, I guess. Was that the bad news?
No, sir. Well, there is more bad news.
What is it then?
Do you remember Special Agent Michael Drip? He was found dead on the side of the road after an SCP attack. An SCP Foundation scientist discovered him.
Special Agent Drip died? Good riddance. He spent too much time worrying about how fancy his uniform was anyways.
Well, the damaging part is that the SCP Foundation now knows the location of our headquarters.
Really? Good. We'll give them a warm welcome when they decide to stop by. Anything else to brief me about, soldier?
Not at this time, sir.
Very well. You are dismissed.
Roger that, Commander.
The SCP Foundation may know where we operate, but they have yet to figure out how we operate.